Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, this is Madison. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 101 yards. Here's Madison getting it again on second.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown! Adam Thielen. his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Play action. Now Wilson. That is caught by Lamb. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for New England.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. CeeDee Lamb. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown. Alexander Madison, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the touchdown. Patterson now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hamler now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They go play action now. Wilson going up top for Miller. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks looks like he's going to throw it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Kenneth Murray came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. New England's offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from
touchdown. DJ Chark, 34 yards, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Wilson going to throw for it. Forced out to his left. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On third down, they run with Madison. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. First down now, but that clock rolling. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots on just 2 plays have taken the lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up 8 to 7. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learned that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. From the 36, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Cousins on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he'd stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards in the victory.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Hamler now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Play action. It's Wilson. Going deep this time for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Scotty Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. Now, I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a heck of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, The 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a give to Madison. Wiggles free. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 136 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it with Madison. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate.
Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, 38 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hamler now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Dancing to his left. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got him in, complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. On play action, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Draw play, Madison. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Madison. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 170 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd down and 3. Cousins. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible. Try and
touchdown! K.J. Osborne with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 30. 10. And, oh, he will not get in. Took it all the way back inside the 5, but in the end, an exercise in futility. He doesn't get to the promised land.
So when the Rules Committee decided to put some excitement into the PAT, or the extra point, this is what they were talking about. Blocked, returned, nearly for 2 points, but great hustle and a big-time tackle prevented that.
That's what I was just going to say. Excellent hustle to stay with it after the block and make that tackle. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there for the Patriots. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Touchdown, Patriots. CeeDee Lamb, 45 yards. And the Patriots might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well,
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Finding some room at midfield. There he goes, right side. And down to the 20. A big play there on 4th and 2. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels, then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field, sees that the ball is moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And quickly to Thielen here. Touchdown, Vikings! From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hamler now to return it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, it got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown. Scotty Miller, 97 yards. And the Patriots look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now the point after try for Santos. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Pass complete. It's Madison. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a give to Madison running right. Look at the spin. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 195 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. This is caught. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Cousins now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.